is it whenever Bake Off's on, you never have anything cake or biscuit related in the house whatsoever, so you have to sit there and starve? Hello everyone, what is going on and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do some more stories. If you don't know me, then you will not know that I am probably the clumsiest person on planet Earth, and I'm not sure how well I've portrayed this in my videos. Well, I'll obviously not try to portray it because it just happens. If you haven't noticed, I'm very clumsy. Like, things will just happen that are not supposed to happen, and it gets on my nerves. Like, I'll do things to the book and it doesn't go right. Well, yeah, I just don't know why. I feel like Job sometimes. Like, he's like, well, no, I'm going to catch a break. Today I thought I'd tell you some about all the times that I was clumsy. Now, I was going through the list and I thought, well, you already know about the times that some cupboards fell on me, and you already know about other times like that. In fact, most of the times I've been clumsy is when I've nearly died. So if you haven't seen that video, go and watch the video where I tell you the times I nearly died, because it's quite similar. So today I'm going to be telling you all the times that I've been really clumsy and stupid in my life. Like, not intentionally, just... I don't know how old I was, but I think I was like 12 or 13 at the time. We were going to the carnival for my birthday. As we walked out the door, I was walking to the car. Now, my house is here, for example. This is my house. You walk, this is the bit of the road where we park usually, but we were parked around the side here, because there's a road that goes like this. So we were parked here for some reason. I think it might have been my dad's car, I'm not totally sure, but we went to go to that car. As I was walking, I spotted someone who I thought I recognised across the street. So I was still walking, but looking at this person going, who is that? Oh, is that them? Oh, yes. And as I finished my train of thought, I was still looking at this person, I slammed headfirst into a lamppost. It hurt, I got a big bump on my eyebrow, and just That's So Tom. You know That's So Raven, one of my favourite TV shows in the world. They should call it That's So Tom. I should have my own TV show. It's that stupid. Some of these stories vary in length. This is a very short one. One day, I was talking to my sisters and I was sitting on the floor, unaware that the stuff, we're having a Mexican for dinner. So we had a bowl of meat, a bowl of fajitas, a bowl of salad, and we had it all on a tray on the floor because we used to put the stuff on the floor before we had a dog. It was on the floor behind me. I did not know this, and I was talking to my sisters who were on the settee and I was on the floor. I don't know why I was on the floor, I was just on the floor. And you can guess what happened. I leant back and fell in the dinner. Now, after a while, along with me, my two sisters were weeing on the floor with laughter. My dad, however, was really not happy at all. I think it's because he wanted the dinner. Oh, I wanted the dinner too, but how was I supposed to know I was going to fall in it? I just literally, you know when you put your hands back? Well, I put my hands back on the tray of food and slid and got covered in lettuce. It was quite funny, actually. It was when I was in year 12 or 13, so it was only a couple of years ago. And we went to go to Snowdonia, I believe, or maybe Longmynd. I think it was Longmynd, which is a big river. So we were learning about rivers. And towards the end of I was not very well for this trip, might I add. I actually fainted at the top of the mountain. We're coming towards the end of the river, we're going back on the coach, and we had to get our wellies off and put our other shoes on. So, because obviously we couldn't take the wellies into the coach because they were dirty. So I took my wellies off, and I can't remember whether it was my wellie or the bag that I kept my wellies in. But because it was me, either my wellie or the bag that I kept my wellies in, if you don't know what a wellie is, I keep saying wellie, it's like a Wellington boot. Do Americans know what wellies are? I don't know, but anyway. The bag of the wellies, or that sounds really wrong, the bag holding the wellies. I can't say this where it doesn't sound right. The bag that I put my wellies in, no, I can't, okay. The bag, or one of my wellies, Wellington boots, fell into the river. I laughed, my friends who were with me were laughing, but for some reason I have this emotional attachment to everything, and I thought to myself, I cannot lose this bag. I think it was the bag. I'm pretty sure it was the bag. I cannot lose it. It wasn't like it was anything important. It was a bag. So I thought, I can't lose this bag. So the teachers were luckily not around, otherwise I would have got severely yelled at. But unless any of them are watching right now, which I don't think they are, because nobody ever watches these, I just instinctively jumped into the river to get the welly bag. And my friends were like, Tom, what the hell are you doing? And I was just like, I have to get my welly bag. So I jumped into the river. I didn't actually jump in. I put my foot in and chased after it. And I got the bag and I returned squelching, friends all laughing at me laughing as well, because it was funny. But I don't know why, I just instinctively jumped into the river to get a bag that wasn't important. We were on holiday and I'm thinking it was when I was like 9 or 10, and we shared a big chalet. If you don't know what a chalet is, it's like a big bungalow thing for holiday makers. We shared it on the Isle of Wight with all my family, my cousins and everything. So I went to take a shower one day, and I'm very protective of myself, so I locked the door and also shut the shower door. Now, unfortunately, the shower door was extremely stiff. I can't remember whether it was the end of the shower or in the middle of the shower, but I wanted to get out of the shower. I can't remember what it was to do. I think it might have been to get some shampoo or something. And I couldn't open the door. And it was getting really hot and steamy. I was sweating like hell. Well, I was wet because I was in a shower. It's a stupid thing to say. And I could not, for the life of me, open the shower door because it was so stiff. It was one of the slidey ones. I think it was a slidey one that like opened up like an accordion kind of thing. That's my door right there. That's also an accordion door. But I could not open this shower door, and I was getting freaked out. And I was sitting there, poor little naked little boy. I was actually quite thin then, so no, I wasn't. You know. And I was locked in the bathroom, trapped inside the shower. So I was trapped inside somewhere, and it was freaking me out. And I was yelling for Mum, and she was at the door trying to get in, and I was like, Mum, I've locked the door, you won't be able to get in. So what she had to do was call the owners, who then gave her permission to remove the lock and break the lock. So yeah, she broke the lock to get me out, and she just pulled the door open without any ease. And there I was, hunched in a little corner, thinking to myself I was going to die. Oh, it was so traumatic. Everyone else was laughing, and I'm laughing about it now, but you know, what are you going to do? It was either the year before or the year after, and I went into the shower. It was a caravan this time. I went into the shower in the caravan, and I did not know that the soap, because I'd already used the soap and I was washing it off, but I did not know that the soap was blocking the plug holes. So basically what happened is I started to notice water around my ankles, and I was like, wow, this drain's rubbish. And because it was soapy water, so I couldn't see the soap underneath the water blocking the plug hole. And I started to notice going up higher, and then all of a sudden it started spilling out of the shower, and it was flooding the bathroom, and that's when my parents got involved and was like, Tom, you idiot, the shower soap is blocking the drain. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be allowed in showers, right? This was a few years ago. I'm going to say I was in year 11 or year 12, and one day, because we have a 7-seater car, because we're all humongous and we don't fit in the back together, so one day I was sitting in the back coming home from my auntie, so I was sitting in the back, and then my two sisters were sitting in the back. I was sitting in the very back, my two sisters were sitting in the back and my parents in the front. So everyone else had gotten out, and I'm always the last one to get out because I'm sitting in the very back. And we don't get out the boot, I push down one of the middle seats and then get out the doorway. But my foot, I tripped over the seat basically and fell into the gap between the middle seat and the front seat. And I fell in such a way that was bending my neck, and I was basically wedged in the middle seat gap, if you like. And I was wedged in there for about 10 minutes. And my mum was trying to frantically pull me out, and I was laughing at the time. I knew I wasn't going to get hurt or anything, but my neck was bent in an awkward position, and I was like, Mum, what am I doing? I can't get out, Mum. So there I am, wedged. My dad's yelling at me like he always does because he doesn't find anything funny apparently. My sister's there. My other sister's gone in the house by this time. My sister's there laughing at me. My mum was trying to pull me out, also laughing at me. I was laughing, and I was stuck in the car. It's so traumatic, and it was 10 minutes where I was like this, upside down in the car. These kind of things can only happen to me. Like, I don't know how these things happen, but they do. That's all I have for today's video, and I will probably do another video like this at some point in the future, giving you more clumsy stories. But for now, make sure you leave a like and comment down below your clumsy stories, because I would like to read them and know that it's not just me. Also, subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when I upload, because I certainly don't know when I'm uploading next. And now I'm going to go, and if you hear me fall down the stairs, don't laugh, okay? It just happens, okay? Like, I'll probably go downstairs and do something really clumsy and then end up breaking something. It just happens, okay?